And this one was a fight. Early on, tempers flaring. Caitlin Clark misses the three over Diana Bonner. And Chiney, what did you see on this interaction?
I saw some contact, and this would not be the only interaction, but those players, they pushed through the play, and it gave us one of the best games we've seen in the playoffs.
And Caitlin not backing down, clearly fired up, hits the three over Bonner. The Fever bench loving it. Then a strange situation here. Clark pointing to the stands and saying, get him out, talking about a fan. And officials and security get together to identify the fan. The fan escorted out, and as that's happening, Bonner and Clark continue to exchange words, playoff basketball intensity, and it was felt throughout this game. Third quarter, it was close. Fever down 2. Clark fires a beautiful pass to Leah Boston for the layup. Then a minute later, Clark, 2 defenders key in on her, and she turns it over, and Carrington comes the other way for the layup, Chiney.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark is the most blitz player in the WNBA. Oftentimes she makes the right reads, but there was a turnover. But watch this emotion from Alyssa Thomas.
And she was on fire. Tough fadeaway, and then another tough layup. 19 points, 13 assists, and 5 rebounds for Alyssa Thomas. Fourth quarter here. Again, fired up, saying this is my city. 5.5 to play. Fever down 7. Clark, mid-range jumper. Fever within 5. And then a few possessions later, Fever down 2. Clark, big time shot.
Doesn't get better than that, Cass.
Becomes the first rookie with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a playoff game. Now with 2 minutes left, we're tied at 75. Boston gets free inside for an easy layup, part of her 16 points. She also had 19 boards. Less than a minute later, Bonner, part of her 15. Sun up 1. And just over a minute left, Fever down 1. Clark to Kelsey Mitchell. She misses the 3, gets her own miss, tries to kick it out, but turns it over. And Chiney, how big was Marina Mabrey in this game?
I say that she is the answer. Anytime someone knocks a 3 down on the opposing team, she comes back and strikes back. One of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And under 20 seconds left, last chance for the Fever. Clark can't get it to go, and Clark and the Fever season comes to an end. Here's Alyssa Thomas after the game.
We're ready. I mean, I think we're tested tonight, and it wasn't pretty, but that's the nature of playoffs, and we pulled out a gutsy win. But this team is hungry. We're ready. As you can see, our bench, everyone on our bench is contributing as well, and we're just having a lot of fun, and we're ready for what the playoff journey is going to unfold.
I feel like I had a solid year, but for me, the fun part is I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm one that's nitpicking every single thing I do, and I know I want to, help this franchise get even better, help my teammates get even better, be better for my teammates, and I know there's a lot of room for me to continue to improve. So that's what excites me the most. I feel like I can continue to get a lot better, and before we know it, I'm sure we'll all be back here and ready for the next year.
And it was a banner year for Caitlin Clark in her rookie season, and she set records along the way. First, the rookie marks: most points, assists, first rookie to have a triple-double, and made the most threes by a rookie in a season. And Caitlin's year also saw some WNBA records get set along the way, too. She set the single-season assist mark in her debut campaign, and those dimes added up. Clark created 38 points per game, a new league record, and she had 19 dimes against Dallas, a new single-game best. And all of those records led to some serious intrigue. Caitlin played in 21 games this season that had at least 1 million viewers, adding to a level of excitement the league has continued to see grow over the last few seasons. So, Chiney, we really haven't seen a rookie make a mark on the W like this ever. How will you remember Clark's first year in the league now that it's come to a close?
I'm just laughing at the soundbite because she said, I feel like I had a solid year and that I'm just scratching the surface. What? Understatement of the century, also scratching the surface. Watch out for Caitlin Clark for years to come, because she has been the most impactful player that the W has seen in a generation. What she's doing both on and off the court, as you mentioned in that beautiful graphic. On the court, history, left, right, and center. She averaged 19 and 8. For some context, I averaged 12 as a Rookie of the Year back in 2014. Post All-Star break, she averaged 23, 9, and 5. She was on one. That break did wonders for her. On top of it, we didn't mention the triple-doubles. First rookie to have a triple-double. She actually had 2 on this season. Again, the litany of things that she has been able to do on the court is great, but you're seeing right there her true impact. We had arenas that were upgraded, arenas that fit maybe 8,000, selling out at 18,000 because Caitlin Clark was in town. Merchandise sold out as well. What Caitlin has done has moved the needle forward, not just for herself, but the entire WNBA, and that absolutely is respected.
You remember what happened in 2003? A guy by the name of LeBron James was drafted #1 in 2003, right? A guy, in my opinion, who had the most pressure ever in NBA history, right, for us living up to expectations. They had people, players at the time, that were actually waiting on LeBron, saying he wasn't going to be able to come and do this and do that, and he did everything and more. It's the same thing with Caitlin Clark. Coming into the draft, people were wondering. We heard her peers talking about, hey, she's going to have to level up against, the level of competition and the physicality, having to get poked in the eye, hard screens, being face guarded. Shanae, you talked about her being the most blitzed player in the NBA. Well, that was for a reason. Because her legs got to be tied because she stood on business this past season, right? Exceeding expectations. She did that. Packing out arenas, having that pressure, what she did, staying composed, being a leader of her team at the point guard position. She exceeded expectations. It was a beautiful thing to see. It's exciting for the WNBA. She's going to come back better next year. She lived up to it.
We saw the final Diana Taurasi game and her career as part of the Sun. She faced Napheesa Collier in the Lynx in Game 2. And, the two might have been teammates on Team USA, but here's what Napheesa Collier had to say about playing Taurasi.
Hopefully we can end her career on Wednesday.
And Chiney, Collier was on a mission to do just that last night.
And apologized and said, y'all don't take that too crazy, but her game sort of sent the message that she was trying to taper down. I mean, look at the bucket. She gets to her spot. She's so efficient as a scorer.
Collier now with 3 straight 30-point games in the playoffs, tying A'ja Wilson for the most all time. Now, in the fourth quarter, Mercury down 12, Taurasi short turnaround to make it 10 points. What could be Taurasi's final career bucket, Chiney?
I just got goosebumps as you said that. She has been one of the best scorers. She has been the best scorer in the league, as seen as the all-time leading scorer, but it was Minnesota's day.
Yeah, and it was the Collier show as she went absolutely off, tying the record for the most points in a single game in WNBA postseason history with 42. She has 80 points in the last 2 games, and she scored on all 8 primary defenders that she faced in the first round. Just absolute domination in the beginning of these playoffs. But once again, Taurasi leaving the court for what could be the final time. Collier comes over to give Taurasi a high five. Here's Collier after the game.
I'm just playing for my team. I'm trying to win a game. I'm trying to take advantage of what the defense is giving me. It's not even like I'm going out there with a point, goal in my head. I'm just trying to win the game. And so at the end of the day, that's all that matters to me. That stuff is really cool, but if you're not winning, it doesn't matter. So all I'm focusing on is, making it to the next round and playing our next game. So I think that stuff just comes from really great teammates. We had so many assists. I think all my baskets were assisted. My teammates did a great job of finding me, just taking advantage of what the defense was giving us.
I mean, Napheesa Collier was just balling out of control in the first round against the Mercury. Just look at her shot chart. 80 points across the first 2 games of the playoffs and doing it on 64% from the floor. It's almost laughable, Chiney. I mean, she was an absolute killer in this series. Is there anybody playing better basketball in the W right now?
Look, A'ja has had a record year, but right now, Napheesa Collier, I know it's a small sample size, is averaging 40 points per game. And I'll show you exactly how she's doing it as we take it to the court with this breakdown, because she has been one of the best readers of the defense. Now, she operates in a very good system. Watch this screen. Cheryl Reeves knows how to put her in the right position, but then she makes the read. To or above her, she makes a beeline to the basket. These are the looks she's getting, but also the ability to have the agility and the footwork to not just run into the defense, but finish, right? Again, another flat screen. Two people are above her. She just creates some space. She sees that the paint is open and available, sets a great screen. Nobody around her. This is going to give your opposing coach nightmares because this person, Napheesa, is reading it so well. This time she's on the backside, and there's great vision. K-Mac, who's a great shooter, three-point shooter, finds another sniper. Her hands are up, but again, she's still locked in and is able to knock it down. She's had career highs in rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, missed do-it-all while averaging 20 points per game. This has been, I don't want to say like it's a breakout party because she's already been an Olympian, an all-star, but right now it's few, maybe only Asia, who has been historic this season. But right now in these two games, she's the hottest player in the WNBA.